To find the surface area of a sphere, we're going to use the formula 4 pi r squared. The only dimension we need to know is the radius, so much easier than what we've been working with pyramids and cones and prisms and cylinders. So here's a sphere. I'm given its radius. The radius is 8 inches. Just be cautious if they give you the diameter. Make sure you find the radius. So using my formula, I'm going to just plug in my radius. So 4 times pi times 8 squared. Now this is where we want to be careful if we want to have an exact or an approximate answer. If I want the exact answer, just ignore the pi symbol and do all your work around this. So do 8 squared and get 64. 64 times 4 gets me 256. And then for the exact answer, just keep the pi symbol as is. So 256 pi inches squared is going to be my exact surface area. If they want an approximate answer, or if we want to work with an approximate answer, just like with circles, replace pi with 3.14 or whatever value you choose to use. I use 3.14, so 256 times 3.14 gets me an approximate surface area of 803.84 square inches. Okay, so once again, just like with circles, the exact answer will have the pi symbol with it. The approximate answer will not have the pi. It'll already be multiplied by 3.14. In this next example, same thing. We want to find surface area. Notice, though, be careful. They're going to try to get you. They give us the diameter of this circle. We can't use the diameter directly to find the surface area. So first thing, make sure you divide that by 2 in order to get, come on, division sign. There we go. Divide that by 2 to get the radius. So half of 21 gets us a radius of 10.5 feet. So make sure you do that first if they ever give you the diameter. From there, same formula. Let's go ahead and just get the approximate answer this time. So 4 times 3.14 times the radius squared, 10.5, gets me an approximate surface area of about 1,384 checking my notes, 0.74 feet squared for my approximate surface area. And finally, let's talk about hemispheres real quick. A hemisphere is just half of a sphere, and so to find its surface area, all we'll do is find the surface area we'll pretend as if there was a full sphere there. We'll just divide our final answer by 2 because I only have half of a sphere. So in this case, my radius is still 5. I don't need to change that number. I don't need to divide that by 2 or anything. The radius of the hemisphere is still 5. So my formula is 4 times pi. I'll just go ahead and get an approximate answer again. So 4 times pi times the radius squared. And then we have to make sure we divide that answer by 2 this time because I only have half of a sphere. So go ahead and do your normal calculation along the top. I'm going to get a surface area of 314. Now that would be the surface area if I had a full entire sphere, but because I only have half a sphere, a hemisphere, make sure you divide your answer by 2, and that comes up to be 157 square feet for the surface area of the hemisphere. Now, that's going to be the answer that I want for my class. Now, one quick thing we should note with this, when I do that formula, what I'm finding is the actual surface area of the dome part of the sphere. I'm just finding the outer part of this. What some teachers will argue, and I can see their point, is they'll say, well, in the hemisphere, there's also that circular base along the bottom. The way that I showed you how to do this does not include that green circular base. And so I'm okay with the answer we just found. However, if your teacher says they want to include that part as well, make sure you add on that area of the circle. Well, since it's just a circle, it's just pi r squared. So if your teacher asks you to find that circular part as well, make sure you do the 157, the dome part of the sphere, the hemisphere, but then add on the area of that circle along the bottom.